Museum of Modern Art looking at a painting by Kazimir Malevich, a type of painting that is called suprematism. This painting was made in 1918, 1 year after the October Revolution.
White-on-white composition, which probably is one of the most iconoclastic works in the history of the early avant-garde. And what you will notice here is an emphasis on the materiality of paint itself, on texture, on color, on the white-on-white and the different nuances between them, on a kind of asymmetrical composition. One of the main questions, in fact, that we had in putting this exhibition together was, how can revolution exist in an object, in an artistic process, in a new theoretization of art? And it's interesting how the Russian avant-garde, in fact, even before the revolution, even before 1917, they were so fed up with artistic tradition that they wanted to revolutionize their society through their artistic production. So they were kind of creating a tabula rasa. Through suprematism, Malevich was creating a zero-degree form.
In 1894, Nicholas II became ruler of a Russian empire. It was a country in which workers and peasants lived in poverty and hardship, while Russia's elite, its imperial family and aristocracy, lived lives of gilded luxury. There was a long history of struggle in Russia against the injustices of the system. World War I was a disaster for Tsarist Russia. At the front, the country suffered a series of devastating defeats, while at home there were food shortages and economic chaos. Troops ordered to put down the disorder mutinied and joined the protesters instead. Tsarist officials were arrested. Prisons and police stations were attacked. Emblems of Tsarist rule smashed and burned. The government had lost control of the capital. The Tsar was told by his ministers that order could only be restored and Russia saved from military defeat if he gave up power. So, on the 2nd of March, Nicholas agreed to abdicate. In just 10 days, 300 years of Romanov rule had come to an end.
The Russian Revolution brought dramatic changes across the country. Kazimir Malevich created a movement called suprematism. He wanted to make abstract art based on what he called the supremacy of pure artistic feeling. It was art that sought to create its own world rather than depict our own. Geometric forms float weightlessly in white space that represents infinity. For Malevich and other avant-garde artists, this time of artistic freedom wasn't to last. Art like this was increasingly suppressed and was replaced by socialist realism, which painted an idealised picture of Soviet life. Malevich turned to figurative art, but these paintings often have echoes of his earlier work, and he sometimes signed his work with a defiant black square.